All right. All right. There we go. All right. What do you mean hear me? Of course you can hear me. The stream's open. That's... All right. Welcome to another episode of what have I called it? Talking to the dead. I impress myself with the names I come up with. I honestly do. I make myself laugh, and that's the most important thing in the world. We've got to do a autopsy. So autopsy's been requested for the one body of Fina thingamajig name Buckingham, which she was killed. From what we can tell, reading the death report, it was extreme head trauma. So I believe from what I can tell, a autopsy's been requested to confirm that the death was not suspicious, essentially, to go about it. So we'll be talking and interacting with said dead body to work this out. So we'll click in under specialty, and we need to make our way out to Valentine where the body's being kept. So we'll get on the road and cut this open. So yeah, good days ahead, I guess. Nothing like cutting up a dead body. Hopefully, I don't know, it interests people in Coroner and stuff like that. If I'm, you see me, actually the Coroner procedure, all this can be used for people who, you know, I can't find in county at some point. So I know I've done a fair few of these across 2.0 and 3.0 now. It's one of those things where I take a lot in because I think autopsy roleplay is really cool because a lot of it's a lot of storytelling with it as well. In terms of it continues RP so much. What I mean by that is, like, you know, if someone dies, you know, like that, someone ended their character story, something like that, I think it's quite a big thing for the character to perma a character. So to be able to be in a position where, you know, you can continue that character's story even after they're dead, I think it's really important. So yeah. Hopefully my horse is here. I think this horse is Chip. Yeah, it is Chip. My other horse on my lore character is called Cunt. Just, you know, that's what she is. But yeah, we'll make our way over to Valentine and get this autopsy. I'll show the paperwork and stuff as I work through it as well, and that way everyone can get a bit of understanding of everything that I do with it. And I guess how much effort goes into these as well. Sometimes there's more effort into it than others, depending on the body and stuff like that, and depending on the manner of death. I think one of my favorite ones I did was a guy who was killed and tortured by I believe it was the Ruthless. Just based off the fact the name Ruthless was carved into his back, that able to, you know, determine, you know, was they alive, were they not, You know, determine like amount of bleeding, looking for bruises, anything like that. You know, rope burn, cuff marks. You know, I think it's all paints a story and allows RP to continue in such a cool way. You know, so yeah. I'll be happy to answer any questions in the chat as I go through this as well. I'm going to put the aircon on though because it is hot today. Hot turn. That should be good. Oh, we still got the ammo bug going on. That's alright, they're working on it. I think my long-term plans for Troy are to turn him into a outlaw doctor, and I know outlaw doctors aren't really a thing, but taking his medical knowledge, like I want to put him on working on a ranch out of a saloon, and essentially the idea is like criminals can come to him to get treated rather than having to go to the doctors who work as part of the government. I don't think of a good reason as to why, and work out a story as to why Troy though starts breaking the law. Because Troy has always been a good character in terms of his follow the law, hasn't really broken the law ever. So yeah. No, mob doctors are a thing. It's not really a thing in game though, is what I'm saying. Like there's no mechanic for it in game. So there used to be outlaw doctors in game back in like 1.0, but they never really came to, I think 2.0 as well for a bit. But they never really made a comeback for 3.0. No, Troy is no longer gay. Troy is not gay. They've kind of retconned that story with Troy ever since we did the 5 years time skip back. It just made life easier. It's like all the events that led to Troy becoming not gay disappeared, so it's just like, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. It's a good drink with some good water. Alright. Off to Ballon Crime. Oh, there's Marshall HQ. I feel like with this jacket, Troy kind of looks like he's out of fucking Yellowstone the show. Like he doesn't look like a doctor that much, does he? Fucking awesome. Doesn't really dress like a doctor. But yeah. Definitely Crim Troy is gonna be the plan, but it's not gonna, I reckon like Crim in terms of like unauthorized medical practice, not criminal as in like robbing stores or something. I think the idea is have Troy retire from being a doctor, that still want to help people, but just not be confined by the restraints of the law, like he is as a doctor. I don't know, I'll work out how I go about it. I think that's Troy's plan. I want Troy to join law, but I think just Troy's a civilian who treats people illegally would be more fun. Like, charge people to treat them like they rock up with gunshot wounds, and you can, like, Troy is an experienced doctor, knows how to treat them, so, you know, have to do it illegally and stuff. But yeah. Probably do it out of a saloon or something. Charge people that want to come and get treatment from Troy. I think best way to go about it. So I'll have to run on like limited supplies, so there might be like a lot of like cleaning and sterilization because, well, Troy hasn't got all the supplies he needs like he does at the office all the time. I reckon Van Horn Saloon would be a good one to work out of, or a ranch. But you need someone who's like okay with you doing that criminal activity out of the building, I guess, as well. And it's like, who can you trust, who can you not trust? I don't know. I don't know. Howdy.
Hey Troy.
How are we?
What was that?
How are we?
Oh, good, good. You know, hanging in there. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, Fina is in the back whenever you're ready.
Appreciate it, thank you. So, I'll show you the paperwork that we use for this. I'll try and get it up on the stream. Let me change what I'm streaming. Alright, so... No, wait, make a copy. I think this is showing on stream. Alright, cool. So this will be the autopsy report. So we'll fill in some basic details before we get in there. Of the patient. So we use the death records for that. So we know the deceased's name is Fina Buckingham. From there we know time of death. We've only got a day. Oh no, we do. It's 6/27 on the 3rd. We have to do this in American and I'm not turned off. That was rude. 1998. This was requested by. I think it was. Let me have a look at the referral. I think it was Nala.
Oh, I'm not too sure. She just kind of muttered.
So Kanina Whoop and Jacobs. Alright. So we're going to go through. So the date today is the. Like, I know what the date is, our time, date American time. So that's why I'm checking before people have a go at me for it. Troy, I think with Troy and stuff, like, Troy doesn't show emotions is the best way to go about it. Like, he understands that this kind of stuff is part of his job. So Troy being sad doesn't really make sense. He's learned to be heartless to manage it, because Troy's dealt with death quite a bit within the job.
Right, I'm just gonna gently place you down over here.
So.
But continue.
Alright. So it is the 03
Okay, then just
22
check your balance.
1998, so today. So we'll be filling this out. Alright.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
Perfect. Now
No,
let's
you
see
guys are
what
all good.
injuries you got going. A horse kick. Gotcha.
Where did the horse kick go? You could look for that.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hello, child. I think you'd be one of my patients back here one day, I'll be honest.
So for a soft bump, that's going to be gold.
Oh, there's no map.
Just because it was.
A soft bump?
Alright. So I'll be working on this and this at the same time. So you'll see me ask these questions in order and then go through the findings here and stuff. But I'll try and explain it as we go through it. All right.
They don't know, so it's best to inform them, you know.
Let's get to it, shall we?
And then they could, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just gotta check if there's any ID on the body.
It's
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, it's gonna be between soft or hard. One more time.
soft meaning surgery, hard meaning the easiest fix, which is just cleaning it with a blanket cloth. And finishing it.
Bit of a slow process to start off with because it's just getting particulars, but we'll be fine.
Okay.
So we'll see if we know what country Fina was from. Yeah, she should be toxic and pay $1 bills. What country is she from? Alright, I'm just gonna put unknown for now. Cool.
Okay, now I should then just check to see if there are any injuries that might have been missed.
Alright, let's see how tall you are. She's 5'3".
No.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Hey,
Let's see how heavy the body is.
really quickly, can I get that name?
So she's 125 pounds. Alright, she
Alright,
has blue
what's that?
eyes and dark red hair, and she does not have a beard. Alright, so that's our particulars sorted from here. So just, I guess, showing this on stream quickly so everyone can see it. What we get done, I'll make it a little bit bigger, easy to see for everyone. So the case number we don't know yet, so I'm just gonna put 00-PB. The case number indicates the type of death. And we'll get into the numbers later and stuff like that. There's 4 numbers we can choose from. From here though, we're just filling the particulars. We'll come back and do this itself. But now we're going to go through this. So we're going to examine the clothes that she's wearing, and go through that there. So first thing we do is measure the clothes at death. So look over the clothes that you have on your body. So it looks like she's wearing a white collared shirt,
Awesome. Make sure that you kind of skip concussion test. I would be weary of
I've got a
headaches
black
if you
vest,
do
red
experience
necktie,
any, headaches,
so
dizziness, or nausea. Please do
white
come
shirt, black vest,
back
red
and,
necktie.
just
Oh, it's an orange
definitely
shirt, sorry, with a
come
white collar. Cool.
back. Other than that, how would you rate your pain? Awesome.
Alright,
Do I need
perfect.
any medication
Let's
for
have a
that?
look. So we got black hand wraps.
Okay. Well, with that, you should be clear to go. Thank you.
Yeah, so she's not in a doctor's outfit. Cool. We've got a, I guess what, a carry bag. Let's just see what was in the bag.
Yep, I'm getting started on it now.
So just checking to see what's in the bag, essentially. We're looking for stuff like medical. So just, yeah, cool. So
I mean, if you'd like, you can start telling me where you want to go, and I'll start to remember. Don't worry, I'll remember for you.
yeah, cool. Alright, so based off the amount of stuff that she had on her and the way that she's dressed, she was probably off duty when this happened. Doctors primarily wear blue. So we can kind of, you know, based off, we always carry a small amount of medical supplies on us. It's one of those things where even when we're off duty, we're still, oh, she's wearing, so beige loose pants. Beige loose pants. The full length. Famous hat missing. Alright, so we have famous hat missing. Pants at full length. And this ought to be black. I guess black hiking boots. Well, this black boots. I don't think we really had hiking boots in 1898, so I'm just gonna put black boots. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so we got all the clothing and anything like that. So now we're looking for any characteristics. So as you can see here, we've kind of gone through and just marked what was on here. We're gonna look for any characteristics on her. So that's like, was there any scars, missing limbs, anything like that at all? So anything that identifies Fina as Fina, essentially, is what we're looking for. Yeah, so is there anything that she was famous for? You know. Yep, so yeah, so just standard. So there's no characteristics, that's fine. So from here, what we do is we then do an examination of the body itself. So we've examined the clothes, looked for any characteristics. So we've got to look at the head and shoulders, especially that the death report mentions extreme head trauma. We'll be looking at the head quite a bit. With the shoulders, torso, and stuff. We're going to look for any signs of foul play. So that includes bruises in the back, anything like that at all. So signs that she was pushed, signs that she, you know, anything along that line, you know, anything signs of like gravel marks on hands or something like she tripped, trying to grab anything like that. So alrighty, so let's have a look at the trauma in the head. Is it in the front of the head, back of the head? Does it look to be caused by a blunt object or blunt? Okay, so alright. So we got a large laceration right hand side of head as cause crack to skull. So we're just looking to see if it was like something like a knife that caused it, or was it like a rock would be uneven, or like a knife would be even. So then based off how the cuts happen there. So just looking to see whether it was like a man-made object, or yeah. So uneven cut. So non.
Alrighty.
Howdy.
I returned with many a stick.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went to the woods, right? Oh, no, you're all good.
So now we're just gonna look for any signs of debris.
Oh,
This
yeah.
can help us determine, was it rocks, gravel? Is there anything in there? Because the wound wouldn't have been treated by the doctors if she was dead. So therefore the wound should be... Oh. Okay, so based off that last thing that we've been told, this is what we're up to now. So we've got large laceration right hand side of the head, has caused a crack to the skull, uneven cut, so it wasn't caused by a knife. So we don't know what objects caused it. We can make the educated guess that it was probably a rock, but we know it wasn't something like a knife or a sword or anything, or a machete, because it's an uneven cut, which kind of means it wasn't like a clean, sharp object that's caused it to happen. And then we've also examined this gravel inside of the cut as well. So essentially it's happened outside. The rest of the face has some bruising and small cuts to it as well. So it's possible from falling or being dragged. Once again, we don't know for sure. So we just put in everything that's potentially happened in relation to it and put that there. We're just going to check the neck for any damage. And then from there, we examine the shoulders. As well, and this is for stuff like any bruising. So
Hey, Wolfie, is that you? Oh, howdy.
we're checking to see if the damage to the neck appears to be caused from grapple rash, which isn't uncommon. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Woman, do you have a problem? Who are you talking to?
Wait, is that Lacey? Oh, that makes it.
good to know when someone dies, if they are like punched, kicked, grabbed, it does leave bruise marks because the body, with the blood flow stopping, like the bruising doesn't go away, like the mark stays permanent on a dead body. So it's one of those things where when you're looking for like bruising and stuff, you'd still see it on bodies, whether it's like rope and like hand prints, someone getting punched, anything like that. Cool. Alright, so we finished the examination of the head and shoulders, knees and toes. No. Head, shoulders, and neck. So from here, we've got large laceration. So this appears to be the main cause. So we'll go back and examine this just to see if there was a large amount of blood loss, any damage to the brain potentially as well, infiltration to it, because it is a crack in the skull. So let's just have a look to see if there's a large amount of blood loss, anything like that in relation to it.
Hello.
So we'll have a look here to see what's happening. So laceration on the hand.
Okay, lock out that, let me lock that. What are you trying to get me? What's he saying? Oh, fuck. I just clocked out. So you ain't giving me this. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not. Okay.
Alright, so what we're going to go with, based off the damage done, we're highlighting that this has caused large amount of damage to the brain and blood loss in line with the injury. Had most likely hit something at large speed or was hit by something. So once again, based off the gravel rush and stuff, I reckon based off where the body was found, she fell off the cliff. But once again, we can't work in absolutes. So from what I can tell, it's either she was hit with a blunt object like a rock or something potentially, which doesn't really match up with the gravel rash, or she's essentially fallen head first and hit her head at high speeds, which is most likely the case. But we can't really count out anything else in relation to it because we present everything that we have and go from there. And we'll be able to see if there's anything more suspicious as we go through in relation to it. So we'll sort of examine the chest and the torso, or I guess the torso as a whole. Just look for any signs of like bruising, signs of hair marks. So like, was she pushed? Is there any signs of like something being pushed into her back or anything? For example, like someone have like a knife that was in the back or a gun in the back or something. Yeah. Yep, cool. So he's got gravel rush along there. Examines hands and arms.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe them over you. Now can you take the bucket off?
So when we examine the wrist, including the arms, we're looking for signs of rope burn. So was she hog-tied or handcuffs at all, by any chance? So handcuffs being around wrist do cause bruising as well in relation to it. So we're just looking for any signs of what could potentially be considered foul play. Yeah, cool.
Get it, Billy. Got it. Get it, Billy?
So we're just checking for any gravel rush on the palms or fingertips. So if someone was falling, did they try and catch themselves? You know, you reach out to grab something, anything along those lines. If it was a fall, you know, was it hand first impact?
He's playing like a
Based off the amount of damage to the head, probably wasn't. Or was it, you know,
Oh my god, he's falling for it too.
someone's like tripping off a cliff, they might try and, you know, grab the edge of a ledge or something if it's not there, but still like scrape their hand or anything.
Man's really falling for
So we're
these
starting
things.
to like build a detailed
fucking
story as
yeah.
to what's happened with her, which is important here. So yeah. So we got gravel rush. So there's no sounds of foul play at the moment because there's nothing that appears to be injury wise that was caused by anyone outside of it. So yeah, it's interesting so far, but we'll keep working through it. But yeah, but alt tab. All right. Let's see if there's a compound fracture. So did it break the skin or anything along those lines, like a compound fracture? All right, so we got a. All right, cool. That's a closed compound fracture on right thigh. So closed compound fracture is that the skin is protruding through the skin. Sorry, the bone is protruding through the skin, but it's still inside the skin is the best way to word that one. Where an open compound fracture means it has broken the skin and it is visible from outside in terms of it there. All right, cool. So that does the examination part for us on the body itself. So we're going to do external conclusions and then our final conclusions based off what we think's happened in relation to this. I'm sort of put an enter so it looks nicer. Or actually, can I just change that to this end? Where is it? That one. That works? No. It's all right. I'll just put it there. So we're going to do an internal conclusion. So we're looking for like signs of like alcohol, signs of poison, anything like that as well, or any signs of so. What we need to do is create 2 cuts from the shoulder to the middle of the chest. Cuts down. Folds, muscle, and fat.
Yeah, you yeah.
I meant to say alcohol, not poison.
Now we don't want some creepy motherfuckers in town, man.
So just trying to see if there's any strange smells, anything that appears that shouldn't be in there. Because with the body being dead, it stops digesting anything. So there's nothing inside.
Whoa.
Cool. So that essentially rules out foul play at all. All right. So we need to work on our final conclusions here. So,
Is that that lady? Was that that lady? No.
so head doctor, Gina Buckingham, was killed by an object
What the fuck? Where the fuck are you?
hitting her head.
Connor. Oh, okay, yeah. Connor, where the hell are you, Connor? Alright. Alright, so you were being weird? Bucket? Right. Find them. Why don't you ever think about trying to switch over to peanut?
Sorry, I've been quiet, just writing out the final conclusion.
Or go to Armadillo.
Alright, so I was about to repeat what I said. So from what I can see, cool.
Almonds are pretty good, but
There's no signs
if they
of
don't got almonds, then I mean, why you bugging them?
poison or alcohol.
I think you're the only person I've ever heard after fucking almonds and stress about it. Okay. Besides the almonds,
Indicate foul play was involved. Cool. So based off, and the reason we get to that conclusion there in relation to no foul play being involved, there's no sign of bruising from rope burn, cuffs. There's no signs of a weapon being used. There's no signs of punches, pushing, grabbing someone, hand marks, anything along those lines. Nail marks, anything like that at all. So there's nothing that shows there was a struggle prior. Normally, if someone is killed, there's usually a struggle before they're killed or something like that, or you can see it was a man-made object. So the two possibilities are someone's either had a rock on the end of a hammer and used like a makeshift war hammer or makeshift axe to hit her in the head. But based off the amount of damage done, it's unlikely it was caused by something like that, as the amount of force that would be required for that is different to the amount of damage done. So it's most likely from a high fall that's caused that. So that gets to our manner of death. And so the way that we determine manner of death is there's four options. So we have natural causes, which means, was it old age? Was it, like a heart attack, something like that, right? So natural causes. We have homicide, which means it was caused by another person. So homicide doesn't necessarily mean murder is the best way to go about it, right? So let's say if a doctor makes a mistake during procedure, someone shoots somebody in self-defense, that person dies from a gunshot wound. Someone was stabbed, that's considered homicide. Homicide is just the act of being killed by another person in relation to it. So whether it was, it's not up for us as doctors to determine whether it was legal or not,
What's up?
but it is up for us to determine whether it was caused by another person based on the injuries there.
You went to the
So this doesn't appear to be caused by a person, so it wouldn't have been a homicide. Possible cause of death is large fall or hitting landed on head, causing severe trauma and death. Cool. So in the manner of death then, this would probably be filed under an accident, as there's no sense of foul play. It wasn't natural causes because clearly, there's external factors involved. So based off this, then we name our case number 03. So 03 is an accident. So it's an accident case in this. So what I need to do is eat before I pass out my waffles. And then I need to then draw the diagram that goes onto the body. So what we can do from here is we can put the body away, back into cold storage so they can go. We'll let them rest. Alright. May you rest better in the next life, child. I'm trying not to get Troy too emotional. I'm like too focused on my autopsy. Well, body's in cold storage, that works for me. And so then we gotta do this. So what do the marks and wounds. So what I personally use is like you can use paint or something. I use ShareX because I can create my lines and stuff with it a lot easier. And I'll show you what I do. So I edit the image. So there's different things that we use based on what injuries have happened. So for example, laceration. So a laceration, stuff like that, is like a line, and it's right hand side. So this is her right hand here. So this is the right hand side here. And then this is her right hand. It flips over. So the laceration would be on her right hand side here. So we got lacerations on the side of the head. And this is based off being, well, essentially uneven object here in the head and killing her. Usually for bruising, stuff like that, I can just freehand a little bit. There's not really that major, so it's just some gravel and scrapes and stuff. So we're just going to draw some lines. Like, actually, no, I don't want to use lines. I do, but I want to use a different color. I want to use like a brown color.
Emily Ben.
Oh, there it is. Hang on.
Is double hit. I looked at it briefly like 2 days ago, but
So this indicates a fall, essentially.
I do. Is it like that's not my lucky number, is it?
Oh, we'll do these in reverse order here, so they're easier to see. Cool. And then for bruising and stuff's usually a circle as well. We do have a fracture in the leg, so what we're going to do is essentially her right leg on her thigh. We had a broken leg bone, but no, so I'm going to do that with a square. I don't think we actually have something for a broken thigh bone or broken bone in general. X is gunshot, circle is bruising, line is laceration. So I'm actually going to do square as the option for broken bone, which is there. So right broken thigh. So what we do is we run that and save it. I then copy the image and then insert it into the file here. And so this way it can be passed through to the marshal's office now that it's completed. So then last thing to do is sign it off that it was completed by McPherson. And that is an autopsy. So that is a full autopsy completed. I've done other ones before, but this is the autopsy of Fina, who was killed. Most likely by falling to death. Like, so she was always clumsy, so it kind of adds up. But yeah. So may she rest in spaghetti. So yeah. So what we do... What do you mean, well? Fina was always clumsy. You can't say Fina as a character wasn't clumsy. I've seen her fall off a horse more than anybody else. Probably second to Premi, actually. But Premi's is known for falling off horses.
Oh my god.
Yeah, gracefully fell to her death. What do you mean graceful?
I have to go in my head for 5 minutes. Is that okay?
So, what I do with the folder is... now that that's completed, I move it to my completed folder, completed autopsy folder, so 03PB. And what we do with it is we send a telegram to the marshal's office stating, so we're going to go to Marshal HQ and drop it off. So we'll send a telegram to Nala and to Willard and advise them that we'll be dropping off the autopsy report to them. Is sent from Valentine's office to...
Thank you very much.
My brain just went blank. I currently hunt for a living. I don't do too much on my off time, just because I don't know how long I can be awake, if you know what I mean. And I originate from Australia, if you can.
For those who've never seen a coroner autopsy before, I guess done in roleplay, I hope you found that somewhat fun. That's all it is to it, really. And I say that, like, a lot of it's knowledge, it's like over time, and just doing it. So yeah. So I need to go to Marshal HQ to drop this off. So we... I'll set up the report and head off. And drop it off up there.
Everything alright? Okay. Just come down the mountain. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, I got him. Hey, I'll give him right back here. Like wolves. Usual fucking thing.
Oh wait, did you end up getting the?
Okay. Yeah, I found him. Okay, that
Oh,
explains
okay.
why I was like, I saw a bunch of dead wolves, and I was like, well, where's the live one? It's like, oh, it's a live one. Yeah, no, I got him.
Yeah, he's doing
Howdy.
something with like the culture
Howdy.
to go.
I'm gonna head up to
look
Marshall
into
HQ and drop off some paperwork to him.
someone who's done
Hennessy should be next door.
No, it's for Fina and Willen. It's okay. Not Fina, sorry.
Okay.
Nala and
Nala.
Willen. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
As long as you want me to. Alright, chill out.
You guys have a good one. Be safe.
Yeah, man. You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm to try to contemplate his life now. He's seen a head doctor die. Bro's been a doctor for a while. I think I want to teach more people Coroner before I leave on Troy. Just more of a, I know, I think it's an important roleplay tool. And I don't want it to be something that dies out with me, I guess. So yeah. Where's the horse guy? You know what? I don't miss the stable boy giving me fucking stick every time I get my horse out. Yeah. If anyone has any questions about anything that we did, feel free to ask them. Yeah.
I think it's me versus all of them.
You really just see somebody eat themselves up a roof.
And I got,
The fuck?
like I said, Mr. You got the wrong guy. Like I said, I'm not sure if I look like somebody or I'm mixed up with somebody, but I can assure you it's not me. And
Yo,
like I said,
can you let Hennessy know once he's free? I'm gonna need him.
have a good relationship,
Yeah.
Dr. Troy needs him.
especially for
thank
being a first timer.
We'll get Hennessy to take us to the Marshall HQ so we're not just walking in where we want. As much as Troy would. As much as I want to, sorry. I shouldn't just walk into Marshall HQ without a Marshall.
You know, I just want to know
Kind of
why
scumbaggy.
I got here, it was like 10 about an hour. I got here, people start trouble with me, and then now I have to leave town. Don't you think the guy that wrongfully shot me should be heading out of town? Well, at this moment, I'm not capable to leave town at this moment. Well, you can remove this variable by just telling me not to do it again. Like I said, I'm not at this moment capable of leaving town. I was planning on staying at the hotel for the night. Basically, like I said, I'm from Ansburg. That'd be perfect. No, like I said, I'm from Ansburg, and I just stopped in town, and I don't plan on being here much longer. It's a lovely town besides whatever transpired there. Yeah, I just feel like there's a big misunderstanding. And especially with those group of guys that just rolled in out of nowhere, they just seemed to stir up a mess. And they had me at gunpoint in the gun store. Like that's probably them right now.
Who was it?
I didn't see it, I just heard the gunshot.
Who the fuck was that?
fucking drop somebody in town. Oh. Alright, well, Troy's a civilian, so he's gonna move to cover. And sticky beat with binoculars. One, we don't want to get shot. But two, Troy is also a sticky beat, so we don't get involved because this is not my problem. We've got to know the business. There's a difference between knowing the business and getting involved in the business, right? And right now, Troy is just knowing the business, not getting involved. He's staying the fuck out of the way.
Yes. So is it your horse? So he stole it. Yes, he stole it, or no, he didn't steal it. So he stole it. So he's. Did he steal it? Yes or no?
No, I don't. I mean, that's my son, right? So he didn't steal it.
Okay, so he was using your horse then in the commission of an offence, so
Alright,
it was
so-
legally permitted to be shot out from underneath him. He was fleeing from an offence.
All I'm asking for is you pay you slash.
You can ask your brother. You can ask your brother for it. Then we're following up on it.
Can I interject?
You
real
just said
fast?
he's just a son.
That,
Stay away. I'm gonna get Hennessey's
But that's
permission.
not proportional and equal force. That does not meet the category for self-defense using deadly force.
I don't know. Someone in the town stinks.
It's that yellow building down there.
She's right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Cooper.
What are you doing?
Oh, you know. He gets scared quickly, man. He gets scared.
Don't care if he gets scared.
You got
He
it.
needs to obey by lawful orders, otherwise he's going to get things shot out from underneath him.
I don't know if the shots killing
Yeah,
him
the
was
shot was
necessary.
not-
that
the
was
shot was not
unnecessary.
I don't know.
In that case, it would be shooting everyone that runs from a robbery. You know? He knows what he did was wrong.
I honestly think
Marshall.
it's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, she's going lie. She probably just got here.
Someone in the cell's angry. You can hear him. I just want to get the marshal's permission to go to Muscle HQ and drop off some paperwork. It's not that hard. I know. Tell me about it, Rusty. Fucking tell me about it. Him is the character. In the most boring way possible. Talk about toxic. It's like she doesn't even care about us. Do you believe that, Rusty? Yeah, I'm kind of burnt out in roleplay, to be honest, Rusty. I think Troy will be making a career change in the near future. I have like a new idea that I want to do. What do you mean?
Right, Connie, come here.
So, get the fuck out on Troy and leaving, or get the fuck out on Fina? I don't know. Troy's been a doctor for like a year and about a year and a half now. I joined back in like November 2022, so it's about a year and a half. Yeah, like I was a doctor before 2.0. I was an assistant back in 3.0, then 1.0. I was around before medical bags were a thing. We had to use tonics only after 2.0 launched. That's how long I've been around on Troy. So.
Wait,
And I kind of did what I wanted to do.
that's what I'm in there for.
Flex your control and space or something.
That fucking lying bitch. What's that? It's that fucking bitch in the dress with the black bottom.
For what?
Sound
For the worst?
What is it, black? Brown.
Appreciate.
No, just a moment.
Fuck's sakes.
That fucking bitch.
Yeah, so because tonics can be used by anyone, Doctor said they had a rule of only carrying like 6 tonics on them at any point in case they got robbed.
Right. He needs to be held accountable for that.
And that was my biggest PTSD moment, was responding to a call over in Walmart with 14 down, and that this is before there was a medical outpost but no storage, so I couldn't grab an extra tonic, so I had to like treat a bunch of people, ferry back to Saint Denis, run back and forth
Yeah, I didn't realize he was also
to get more.
Alright, come on, report.
Can you guys fucking not read your horses up? I'm trying to take
do you
a
mean me?
statement. Fuck off.
Oh, I'm
are you
up.
the one that was wanting to interview?
No, no, I'm a doctor, so I'm waiting for Hennessy here so he can get his permission for something.
No, yeah, you're fine, yeah.
They're trying to hire Troy! Rusty, get on him! ESO's trying to hire Troy while he's still a doctor. Oh. Look, Troy would be a good... Troy would be a good lawman, but I reckon he's gonna be a better criminal. That's all.
Mr. Sheriff.
Outlaw doctor.
Hello?
Hi.
Fuck.
What kind of ear looking?
Oh my god, Hennessy,
What's
hurry up.
happening?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm just working on.
Graves is just fucking up.
I don't give a fuck. I want to go
No idea.
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking that's what I want to do, Val. So my plan is, Troy, I gotta like work out a good reason as to why, right? But my plan is to have Troy leave the office, work either out of a ranch or work out of a saloon, right? Not in one of the major cities, but works out of a saloon or a ranch, where he will provide like back alley doctor treatment. So essentially, like, outlaws and stuff can come to like Troy to get treated, because he knows the medical procedures, he knows what he's doing. But you know, there's gonna be a risk factor, I think, involved of, well, if you're coming to Troy to get treated, I haven't got the same medical replies, you know what I mean? Correct, yeah. Like have like a cabin or a room or like the ranch house or something, you know what I mean? Like, or the back of the saloon. Like a room where I do that stuff. Did he really try to steal your horse, Graves?
No.
Yeah, like cauterize or like stitches, you know, and give like Troy can like go into some doctor's offices and steal some basic supplies, you know, like iodine and, you know, the glycolic acid and stuff like that.
My horsey.
Correct. So he's not gonna be a full cream, like he won't be like
20 minutes ago.
robbing banks or stores or anything, but he'll just be doing back like Hey, Hennessy, am I all good to go to Marshall HQ to drop off a still envelope with a coroner report for the Nala and Will?
Yeah, if you want to just give it, like, just give it to me so I can put it in the case file for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be good. That's
Alright, I'll
fine.
wait for you. All good.
But you could take it up there or whatever you want to do. But if you just want to sit in my pocket, I can make sure it goes into the actual case file.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's in that. Yeah, we'll do that. Correct. But like Troy's also somewhat. Yeah. Well, that's it, right?
Yeah,
like the
during the
idea
statement.
is, I'm thinking the plan behind it is if you bring your own tonic, the price of the treatment goes down. But if
Yeah,
Troy
just
has
for
to
your
supply
statement.
the tonic, then the price of the treatment goes up because I'm going to cover the cost of the tonic plus the profit.
Joseph Howard.
Plus then you're paying for Troy's medical knowledge because Troy's breaking the law. But I don't want to be like every criminal comes to Troy. The idea is you have to build the trust with Troy to do it, because if Troy gets caught, unauthorized practice of medicine
Well,
is quite a serious crime. Now it's not obviously it's not like judicial hold or anything like that, but you know, he'll leave the office, so it won't be corruption. But
I
yeah,
don't believe so. Haven't looked in a minute.
well, yeah, that's it.
But there's no reason.
But I feel like Troy, like, I know. Yeah, but like I feel like it'd just be a cool roleplay, and you know, it's like, well, how are these people being treated? Yeah, no, Troy will leave the doctor's office before we do it. I don't know, but I think like back alley doctor would be like such a cool idea.
Listen, I just bought that horse about 20
Well, that's why
minutes ago.
Athena killed herself off, so she
Testing
couldn't
her
get
out.
charged for corruption. Isn't it?
No one
Isn't
was
that the
trying to
case?
interfere.
So yeah, I think like an outlaw doctor thing would be kind of cool for Troy. Because Troy's very much at the moment, the way I treat patients and stuff like has been like Wild West style. Like I've had patients who have had lung, like the lung has been nicked, so it has not like seeping out air, but the lung itself was nicked, so it was bleeding. So I just cauterized that with a hot scalpel. So like just get in there and do some real type Wild West shit on the Wild West shit on like the treatment and stuff like that, if that makes sense. So yeah. And I don't know, let's see if that leads to, I guess, being a outlaw doctor's office, but I feel like, you know, I can do outlaw doctor without it needing to be an official office, you know what I mean? And I think having another job, yeah, I will. It's like, hey Rusty, can I get some medical supplies? Yeah, look, as I cauterized the lung. Like, I think cauterization's fine. It's also 1898. Like, there's no real standards of practice when it comes to medicine. All right, like gloves weren't even commonly used. Like rubber gloves, in terms of like proper procedures, weren't really used until like 1903, 1904. That's when it became like everyone used it. So, yeah, just cauterizing wounds. You know, have some stitching supplies.
Howdy, howdy.
G'day, fella. How you doing?
Doing alright, how about you?
Not too bad. So yeah, essentially it just means like criminals who like Troy trust, they can come to him. You know, and you know, I think it's a good way to like treat someone so that they don't go to a doctor's office or laws out looking for doctor's offices. And I think it gives law something to investigate as well. It's like, well, how are these criminals being treated? Where are they taking them? You know, like Nigel can't treat them, so where do they go? Yeah, I don't think I want to take away fight nights from the doctor's office though. But like, if they want to do like illegal fight nights, I guess, like off the book fight nights, then Troy could do it. But yeah, I think I need to start getting Troy stocked up on tonics. I need to start doing tonic purchases. Yeah, I don't know. I know you guys charge, but what you guys charge, because the medical bag is cheaper than what I could probably charge for it. But I reckon, like, I don't want Troy to be popular, if that makes sense. Like, the idea is that you have to gain Troy's trust for him to treat you, right? It's like, oh, I heard you do this.
Hey, Cooper.
So yeah.
Hi there, Cooper.
So it's like an interesting dynamic, and I have like all these ideas and stuff for it. But yeah.
Yeah, you know, lady right there with the pink dress.
Where?
The lady right here, right by the doctors.
He smells.
Pink top?
Yeah, lady stole my horse.
Hey, take that goddamn bucket off your head. I'm gonna fucking rattle your head around inside of it. Take it off.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it.
Right. You too.
So yeah.
You get the photos?
I reckon like outlaw doctor. Or like, not really outlaw doctor, but back alley doctor. Like, I want it to somewhat be like the equivalent of what Grandma's is in 5M, if that makes sense. Like, if you know, you know, as you can go there and get like, you know, off the book treatment. But it's not like going to a proper doctor. So there'll be stuff I do, I'm like, I can somewhat fix this, but you're gonna be in a lot of pain still. You know? But back alley doctor. That's like the idea. Imagine like using one of the rooms in like one of the upper rooms in like the Valentine Saloon. You know?
Yeah, ignore him, Jack. He's next on the list. Good idea with you before I get pissed off with dealing with him.
How'd you come? Stop doing stupid shit. Stop being annoying. Read the room. We have this conversation every day.
I tried telling him.
Well, try telling him a little bit harder. If you're the adult in the situation, you need to act like it.
Where's mine? Mine's quicker.
So yeah.
Just flee this nay.
Okay.
But I definitely want to make sure more people are trained in the coroner's office. Oh, do you reckon Troy could like do coroner reports as a civilian. It's like the law come to him for coroner reports. Or I could potentially like revive oh no, Undertaker's like coroner reports.
Yeah, you would love to do that.
I don't know. Depends what law's willing to do.
But
But like Marshall's
really
like, hey,
don't
we're giving you
think
this
it's right to
autopsy. I'm like,
kill a
I'm gonna
kid.
sell the information from this autopsy.
Oh
to this
shit,
gang.
Matthews already went off, buddy.
Who's he? Exactly. Charge law to
you're
do the
aware, you
autopsies.
have been trespassed from the saloon, so you cannot enter, hang around of, and that just means like look in the windows, things like that, or otherwise a menace.
Not if Troy becomes a civilian. So the idea is, before Troy does anything, I'm gonna make Troy a civilian. So he's gonna like, my ultimate plan is, Troy's gonna be a back alley doctor. So he's gonna go work for a saloon or work for a ranch, and provide off-the-book medical care to people who come to him. So it's gonna cost money, but he'll provide them medical care. So he'll treat the wounds and stuff like that. And unauthorized practice of medicine.
12 meters away from being able to go to sleep and not having a charge. But look at you. Fuck with. Here you are, in a cell, going to be charged. Good work.
You said it in the cell.
Yep, choose your own adventure and you've chosen to be a fuckwit. Congratulations.
What the fuck?
You.
Oh, he did.
Yep,
How
you
does
are
his
going to
piss?
Pacifica. I'm fucking over it. You're going to be a dickhead at every opportunity you chose the worst possible outcome, and it's going to be you are clearly not the victim in any of these circumstances, and you are going time and time again to be an idiot, and you are causing problems. So you can go and be an idiot.
I just sat here and got all the fucking tea I haven't moved.
You can tell that to
I'm just waiting for Hennessy, so he escort me to Marshall HQ to drop off some paperwork. The autopsy I just did, and here just covering all the Valentine drama.
Disobeying the lawful order, disturbing the peace, and you're going to 50 cars.
I'm getting
Take the
paid.
bucket off your head. Take the bucket off your head.
Oh, I think, look, here's my thing on law characters. You need a mixture of the...
Nope, the ship has failed. Someone get this fucking
help you, man?
photo and bucket off his head so I can write this
I'm just waiting.
You need like a character that's not... That's Troy McPherson, man.
Sorry?
Troy McPherson?
Oh, okay.
I was putting my bucket back on.
That's a nice name.
Thank you.
I understand you're in a bad mood.
But yeah. You need a hard-ass character like Josh, like Hennessy in law. Like, you need like a mixture. Like, you need to have some characters that are like nice to the criminals, some characters that are... I've been trying to get my law character permit. Like, Mitty's been trying to be... I'm not gonna kill... I've been trying to get Mitty permit. It's annoying me. But yeah. No, you need like... Mitty's not a badass. Like, Mitty's not a badass character. He's a short little man. But goddamn, I've been like... I won't purposely lose a gunfight, but I just haven't lost a gunfight yet, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just... I don't know. I mean, people that keep challenging me to gunfights, I still haven't lost them. Like, Lorcas in the gunfights, and I've still come out on top. Well, I've only been a couple here and there, but I don't know. A lot of it's just I think I just don't run in. Like, I see a lot of people just run in.
Justice for
And,
Lance's horse.
Alright, let's get you out of here.
nah, see, I can't do that. I'm not gonna accidentally lose it.
What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you dragging a horse through town?
Because the marshal killed him.
Why
Right from the fix it.
Yeah, they're trying to get money. No.
We need the money.
What's up, brother?
They're getting no money for that horse. Out of here.
Great, thank you.
We're just gonna stay right there then.
Okay. That's fine.
I don't know what I'm looking at here.
That was unfortunate.
Stay away from certain people and stuff.
Kill my horse. Guy just won't give me 30 bucks.
Justice for Lance's horse.
Yeah, it's 10 bucks for the vet fee. How about it? It's 10 bucks for the vet fee. How about it?
Yeah, but see, every time I go to the fucking vet, then
I don't really want to hear it, fella, to be honest with you.
No, you're alright. I ain't looking for your payment, I'm looking for that guy.
How do you spell your last name, Frank?
I don't get my shit.
That's so funny.
You don't need to fucking be shooting and shit, just hog tie the fucker off.
What the hell am I looking at?
Even if it's,
A marshal killed someone's horse,
RRSEN?
you know,
and they
even
want
if
money
it's
for
not,
it.
you know,
So
no-
everybody
Justice
needs
for
to.
Lance's horse.
Justice
Killed
for
him.
the horse.
All right, how much money you want from the damn
What's
horse?
the actual
$10.
I already paid him. I already paid him.
Don't pay me.
He
Pay
already
the man behind
paid
you.
me. He paid me.
What is going on?
Justice for Lance's
It's
horse.
really just a
Marshall's killed him.
man, of killing my fucking horse. Why, you know, why did shoot? You know what I mean?
Keep repeating it.
He goes through fucking.
Oh, he's got the gun out.
Fuckers on people's horses.
Oh yeah, get him, Sheriff. Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh, hell no.
That it was a stolen horse.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
pretty
get
sure
it.
the marshal
Justice for Lance's horse. Marshall's killed him.
Tell Hennessy I'll get it sorted. It's all good.
Collateral, and it was an unfortunate case. I'm sorry about your horse.
I kind of want to get out of
Yeah,
town.
no, no,
There's
I
not
mean,
much
that
that we
would have
can
done.
do.
This is turning into a shit show.
But the guy,
Marshall's
the guy
killed
that-
him.
Alright, you guys
Justice
need,
for Lance's
y'all
horse.
need to clear on out
Marshall's
of
killed
here.
him.
This is such a shit show. I have no idea. I can't deal with that. That's just like too stupid for me. I feel like I'm losing brain cells the further I stay around that. See it happen, unfold. Oh my gosh. Let's get the fuck out of town. I'm gonna start getting Troy to have a stop at tonics, and then I don't know, in a couple of weeks I reckon we'll start getting Troy the transition out. I think Back Alley Doctor just offers a lot of roleplay. I kind of talked about in 2.0 as well about Troy retiring onto a ranch and then just offering medical roleplay out of a ranch, so. Oh, there's a bunch of people out here. More straight is more likely. Valentine. I feel like Valentine's has very much become, because it's in the middle, it's very much become the cesspool of everyone. If that makes sense. Like everyone just goes there. Oh, you know you wouldn't be able to jump that fence, but... Okay. I've jumped it in the past. Let's see if this horse drinks. So last time we were here, my horse ended up drinking fire. Hello, anybody home? Doctor's office. Hello. Alright. So my old horse decided to drink that fire there, and I ended up having to perma it. Good times. Well, it's alright. I didn't have to perma it. I chose to perma it because I thought it'd be funny. So yeah. Alright. Well, I'm gonna head back to Valentine and probably clock off and stream. I was just gonna do a quick little one while I did that autopsy. So for those that didn't see the autopsy, you want to see it, it's done earlier on the stream if you're curious how we go about it and what we do. Other than that though, that is all for today. Fina's death report essentially shows that she had head trauma, so she's hit her head on a rock. Uneven laceration, so it wasn't like a knife or a machete, so it appears to be a rock. So based off the amount of damage done, she's either fell from a great height or she was hit at high speeds. Most likely fell from a great height, so she's most with a little gravel rash. So She essentially fell to her death off a cliff and hit her head and killed herself. Sorry, not killed herself, probably the wrong terminology, got killed by it. Sorry, let me correct my language I use on that. She didn't kill herself. Good character, but sometimes characters just need to change or you need to do something else. It's really easy to get something like stale in RP, so it makes a lot of sense as well. I reworded it Val Kami Farm. It looked to be like it's essentially accident, so essentially it looks like she's just tripped off the cliff, which, but let's be honest, we've all done it before. Well, that's it, yeah. Change is needed with characters. That's why I kind of want to move Troy to a back alley doctor. So I still use the medical RP that Troy's learnt across all these years and within his story and stuff. But just bring a new element of roleplay to it in terms of being a back alley doctor. I think would be a lot of fun. That's fair. I've been on Troy in doctor's office since like 16 months now. So I'm kind of a little over the character. And he's done everything in the medical office as well. So yeah.
Come on. They got lucky in them shares, yeah? They got lucky in them shares. Oh wait. Oh, Happy, where are you going? What you up to?
Creating is causing issues. Okay, and you're the common denominator. Do you understand? So either you need to something about your approach.
We'll talk to him.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. All right, you take care now.
Okay.
Jesus.
And I've just dropped that folder up there.
Sorry.
That's
You
all
got me
sorted.
that folder? Thanks.
I just dropped it off up there. It's all sorted.
Oh,
What the
perfect.
fuck is going on Valentine?
This is how Valentine.
Don't
Every
ask
time
that
it is at
question.
night.
You'll make it
go out
worse.
hunting for fucking 2
This is what
hours.
this is what it's like. It just took me half an hour to clean up this shit.
I shot 8 wolves, 2 grizzlies, and 2 cougars.
Holy shit, that's a good
Why are
run.
you shooting women
Yeah.
for?
That's not happening. That's quite the opposite. That's why I went out hunting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you need some help with that? I might have some medication that can help you.
Oh no, I don't think I need medication.
Prophylactic or something. Do you want to slip that in my pocket too, and I'll make sure it goes into the case file?
Officer.
Yes.
I've got a spare copy. Hang on.
Those guys.
I always pick on Virgil. It's like my job. I have spare autopsy. How do you spell envelope? I'm terrible. No, that's not how I spell envelope.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're not
Alright, here you up.
Thanks.
I didn't take it back.
Alright, it's pretty self-explanatory. Anything suspicious on it, from what I can tell.
I'll see you in 2 to 3
Hey,
hours.
is suspicious, you said?
No, nothing suspicious at all.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll put that in my folder so they can look at it straight away. Thanks.
Seriously. Cool. I am gonna click out. If there's anything you need, shoot me a telegram. But yeah.
Appreciate you, mate. Have a nice day.
No problem. You as well. Alright. Good night. Yeah, there we go. We'll just sleep in the back here. Whew. Alright, well, for those that watch, thank you. I appreciate. I hope you enjoyed Coroner stuff, and I guess we'll see where Troy goes. But yeah, au revoir, have fun. Bye for now.